very close. But da 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 da, do 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 do. Flying hammer used to go no 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 no, thinking all kinds of different syllables. Do do da da dee dee do do. It's mainly do or da or do or something like that.
That's what I meant by vocabulary, having different
Right. I think do do da da.
pronunciation for depending on the situation.
Now it sounds like that's a heavy tongue, but it's not really. It's more my tongue is actually close to the tip, close to my lips.
So there was another question.
It's almost like there's something on the bottom of your tongue, tongue down really low like that. And to start that note, I've talked about that before. From pedal notes on down, it's okay to go. Okay? Even if it's fast, you start it. That's all right. Now, double time. Oh my God. That would take some time. Actually, check a bone. So, to answer your question, in the low, the lip is more, the tongue is more forward, and it's just in general do. In number 2, I think it is in the book, Jake used to have me do this, where you pick one note and just play. Just ligatissimo and da 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 da, and you can also do that. And I showed you this before, but I'll remind you this. We're going maybe da ga da ga da. And maybe ta ta ka ta ta ka ta. feels like it's a huge difference, okay? So that's when a tape recorder comes in mind, to tape it and see how big of a difference. It is a difference, but the way to make it where there's hardly any difference at all is to do it like this, really slow. And you go da ga da ga da, ka ka ka. You can tell that one was ka 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 ka. Oh, okay. Okay.
Two probably quick questions. Do you think that fill-till thing is overkill at all? Being that it's like 2 hours or 3 hours of fortissimo?
Yeah, I think so, but his is not fortissimo. I mean, his is more just a moderate thing, and I think shorter amounts of time gives your brain enough. You can concentrate for that sort of amount of time. He does those and watches The Simpsons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he does crazy stuff that's purely purely just a physical thing. I'm not talking about just a physical thing. This is sucking air, blowing the best sound that you can, loud. It's a different kind of thing.
Yeah.
That other thing that I was doing about playing on the high notes like that, that's you go as long as you can, and you play these notes as long as you can hold them like that for the challenge, but you never let up in your brain about thinking about the sound that you want, you know, on all those notes. So that's really important.
Another quick question. If you had to pick one or two of your favorite bass trombone solos, what would they be?
Oh boy, solos from what? You know, piano and
Anything that you can play on bass trombone, like that you would recommend.
That stuff is the best, okay? You know, I performed number one several times. I performed number two several times, and I performed number three several times with repeats in the concert. Now, if I do those things, when I do it the next time, I'm probably going to cut out some of the repeats and you know, play less stuff before it and less stuff after it, because that's really a difficult stuff. But while we're on that subject, brain damage. I've only played that 1,000,000 times, okay? It's Last time I played that, actually, I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna have to look at part of it. The last time I played it as an encore in Sweden for Chicken Ball. And it was really a big hit. It was good. Well, I've stopped in that. The thing about this that's when I got the job in the Philadelphia Orchestra many years ago, I played that as a solo. I played it a lot as a solo, and I'll talk about that since you mentioned solos. I remember in San Francisco I played it where it was written. In Philadelphia I played it down here. For me, that's easier than playing it where it's written. And that's why I did it in that audition. And I played a little bit better than that. I haven't done that in a while either. But it just felt so comfortable. It feels so comfortable in this register. So I did my normal thing of taking this and then taking that and doing that one in tenor clef, which would be I didn't do that one in the audition, but to me that's a great solo. That's a great opportunity. All right, I want to talk about this for a minute. It's a great opportunity to show how well you can play legato and get a good sound and play musical. It's a great opportunity to show how bad you play in legato. So please, if you have a choice to play sarabande or anything else, if your legato is not super smooth and beautiful and be able to sing a song and match the sounds, don't go out there and start twa-twa in the very first thing they hear. The judge is going to be sitting back there asleep and they're going to put no on their card and turn it over before you even get started. I've had a lot of people who come in and want to play this, and you know, I'm always reluctant because it takes a lot of work to do this one, and you don't just say, well, I want to play that. You know, well, okay, you want to play that, you go in a practice room and I'll see you in about a year, and then you come back and you, after doing this and this and this and this and this, then play it for them. You know, and I feel the same way about the Bach cello suites, about performing those. I think they're great to play. I think they're wonderful because it's such great music to perform, but you really have to be really ready to play it. And this brings up a point of a flaw that I made many years ago. Sometimes you think about going to an audition and working on it and playing it because you're working on it. You want to play it. You want to see how good you can play it. Well, you have to play it at such a high level in the competition for a job that if you are not playing it really, really well, I wouldn't play it. Play something that you can play. A solo, if it says solo of your choice, treat that as what it says, because a solo of your choice should be something that you play that makes you feel comfortable getting ready to play the excerpts. If it's in Chicago, it was great. It was this. Number 4, down an octave, started off up and then went down. What a great choice, and it shows a whole lot about your playing, and it still shows legato really well. But you pick this Sarah Bond out, and you better be ready to be in competition with everybody who's going to play it, and some people can play it really well. So just keep that in mind.
How did you prepare for your auditions?
Well, in the auditions that I have won, actually, there's been 4 of them on the bass trombone, and I practice like crazy. Practice the excerpts, practice basic fundamentals. Basically, on all those, it was all about playing basics, a solo, and the excerpts, and breaking the excerpts down and recording it, and doing the way I teach and the way that I practice. Like taking an excerpt and breaking it down to just 1 or 2 notes at a time, and just trying to do that, and then going and playing for as many people as you can. Playing for the tape recorder a lot. Playing for the tape recorder is the best because you can hear it. Oh, yikes! Ooh. That's one way of doing it, and having a bunch of people around critiquing you and all this, playing for an audience. That's probably the best way. I have a little plan that I used to do. When I get the excerpts to where I could play them, I'd make these cards. And I did this, I think, long before most people thought about it. But I did this. I'd make a card and have the name of the excerpt, and then just pick a card up, shuffle them up, pick them up, and play them in any order. And that was one way of doing it. Another way that I found, and I can tell you about this little story. One night, I had a dream. And I was playing that. And I was playing 5 major first trombone excerpts on stage, a big concert hall. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Everything was right. Great sound. Everything was right. It just was, And I could hear it so well in my head. I could hear it so well. And it's funny, the whole dream was just every one of those excerpts, boom, boom, one right after another. And it was just effortless playing, and I woke up. And I thought, what in the hell? Where'd that come from? And I realized that all the years of practicing those things and knowing what they should sound like, as opposed to what they end up sounding like when you're actually there in the heat of it all, but in your brain you've got a perfect reflection, a perfect recording of what they should sound like, because you can think perfectly in your head. And it's the same for this couple of the CDs, these 2 CDs that I have, the one with Eric Uweza, they would, they'd bring me these tapes, or I'd listen to all the takes, and I'd pick out the takes, and then they put these takes together, and sometimes, rarely, they put them like this to where, it was going great, and then I screwed up a note really bad, or had to take a horrible breath, and then start over again, and they put it like this. That happened a couple of times. I wasn't too upset about that, because that's the way most people record, but I listened to it over and over after it was done like that, and what was interesting was that it was perfect playing. Holy cow. Perfect playing from me, coming in my earphones, and I was hearing it in my head. Even, this was on the bass trombone. So it made it every time that I played any of those pieces again, I'd play them at a higher level, than it would take me less time to get them back, to get the pieces back, and less time to get it at that level. So the idea of recording yourself, and in this new book, I have ideas about the way you do that. And you finally record yourself the way it's written, maybe 3 times in a row, and pick the best one and put that on your computer somehow, and then make a tape over a period of time of you playing perfectly. And that's, then you have that to listen to, and you think, wow, that's good, but I can make that better, blah, blah, blah. So that's the way you do it. And then I just realized, you can't be thinking about what they want, and that's an easy thing to say when you're on this side, telling somebody. You can't think about what they want. You just got to go in there and play your best sound, and make music and sing a song while you're playing. That's all fine and dandy, but when you're on the other side of the screen and you have to play all this stuff, you're by yourself, you're under a microphone, you have to have it together enough to think, this is the way it goes. You have to think like that, because if you drift for a minute, you're dead.